Pause, it's Jen. This is Reframing Me, and today we are on part 5 of our goal setting journey. Yay, we're moving right along now, aren't we? If you haven't listened to parts 1 through 4 yet, you're probably going to be really confused. So pause me, take your time on those, and make your way back here. I'm dropping all of these small parts kind of close so that you can have the flexibility to pace yourself without feeling too much pressure. So today, our conversation is about setting our career goals. So what results do you want to achieve in your professional life? Just like our other types of goals, these are important to set because they give you a focus and they motivate you to be active in creating the professional experience that you want rather than just passively having the experience that just kind of happens and maybe won't be fulfilling to you. I mean, your career is such a huge part of your life, and it doesn't need to be something that you just endure for X amount of years until you can retire. You can actually feel so happy and fulfilled in your career that you don't want to retire. Or maybe retirement is your jam, so you need to set your professional goals to get you there. This is your journey, and there is not a one-size-fits-all way to do any of it. I've mentioned before the term equifinality. Equifinality is like my very favorite family communication concept because it basically says there are so many paths to reach the same place. And the place that we are all trying to reach is success. So you really absolutely need to figure out what your idea of or your definition of success is. Is it a certain income or work-life balance? Or job title, or working in a particular field, or accomplishing a certain achievement, like writing a novel or a screenplay? Is it retiring at age 60? Everyone's definition of career success is different, but that's what you're looking for when you set these career goals. We said, I think it may have been when we were talking about the life wheel, maybe, but we said that some of the areas of our lives, they totally overlap. When we talked about family goals, I told you that I've taken the action item of meal prepping each week. I did it again this week. So I do this so that we can eat healthier towards my overall goal of my family living a healthy life. But meal prepping also frees up time in my evenings. I love it. I can use this time to accomplish other things like for work or just for me in other areas of my wellness. Similarly, professional goal setting can be super beneficial for an area of your personal life too. Like work balance can give you more time with your family, or a higher salary can help you live more comfortable financially. And other areas like personal growth with education or development, they can be tied into your career goals or into your financial goals that can then allow you to retire. So there's lots and lots of overlap here. You don't need, when you're doing this, you don't need to repeat them. You just need to notice the overlap, and then that way you can set your action items accordingly. So what is it that you want to do in your profession that will ultimately make you feel like a quote success? Is it securing a job title, starting your own business, reaching a specific salary, working for a particular company or in a certain industry? Maybe it's more tangible, like owning rental properties or winning an award or publishing a book or seeing your screenplay on screen. It's okay to dream big. Even if you look at it like, oh my God, that is a huge leap from where I am right now. That's okay. You're not making that jump today. You'll figure out the first step and then the second and then the third. It's that ladder approach, remember? Each rung gets you closer to where you ultimately want to be. And any of these goals, whether it's family, career, wellness, whatever, they all might seem impossible, but that's why they're your goals. They're not your to-dos for today. That's the action items to get you there or keep you on that path. Every day, every step, every action item, you get a bit closer. Think about it. There's that way of thinking about your progress that if you improve 1% each time you do something, it may not seem like a lot that day, but when you look back after a month, you're like 30% better. And 3 months, you're like 90% better, 90% improved from where you started, 90% closer to where you ultimately want to be. So maybe your career goal is 5 years or 10 years down the road. That's great. So where would you need to be in 1 year to head towards that? What can you accomplish in the next 3 or the next 6 months that is going to make that 1 year goal attainable? Because we know that 1 year goal is headed in that direction towards your overall 5 year goal. And then what needs to be done today? Recording this particular episode isn't what's going to make me reach my 5 year goal, but it's a step in the right direction. Each social media post that I make isn't going to get me to that 5 year plan, but the culmination of my social media posts will drive listeners to my content, which requires the recording of episodes just like this, which are all on my 1 year goals of listeners and content, which keeps me on the path to my 5 year goals. Is there any chance that I will reach my 5 year goal today? Absolutely not. This year? Most likely no. In 5 years? You bet. But not without a strategic plan to get there, it won't. And it's the same for you, whatever field you are in. Maybe you are a stay-at-home mom with a marketing background. You've been out of the field for a decade, but you still have dreams of a successful career in it. Fantastic. Will you apply for a job as a creative director and get hired tomorrow? Probably not. But is that a great and attainable goal to have? Absolutely. So maybe your first step is to start reading about how the marketing environment has changed over the last 10 years. It seems like a reasonable start, right? And then you would need to start filling in the gaps. Maybe it's an online course or a certificate or a graduate program, a job as an entry-level marketer, eventually leading a marketing team, and ultimately applying for creative director. Maybe you're looking for a profitable career as a real estate mogul. I feel like there is a more reasonable everyday term for that doesn't sound like splashing your name on a gold skyscraper, but you get the idea of what I mean, right? Owning a number of properties that provide you with a solid income to live on and thrive. Hey, maybe you do want your name on a skyscraper. Then you know what, girl? You set that goal. I am not here to judge you. I mean, gold would be a bit aggressive, but you do you. Whatever that real estate goal is, it is completely attainable. You just need the proper plan and reasonable steps to get there. Start reading books on real estate investment. Take a course. Maybe get a real estate license. Do the financial research. Survey the area's MLS. Learn as much as you can. Maybe the goal is to buy your first property in a year or in 5 years. In 10, can you have the established empire? Well, why not? I mean, other people do this. You can do it too. You just need to not look at it as being so far out of reach. Yes, these career goals themselves may seem out of reach for the you are in life, in the life that you have today, with the resources that you have today. But the first step towards them is absolutely manageable. And then the next one will be too. And by then, the next one will be. It's a process and it requires focus and requires planning and perseverance. If it was easy, everyone would have these things and be these things. And then it wouldn't even be worth having as a goal because it would just be what is. It's a challenge. It'll be hard. There will be times when you feel frustrated and it will probably suck. And that's why people give up. And that's why your plan and your goals are so important to have and to refer to and to stay the course so you won't give up. This step of our goal setting journey isn't an easy one, but really none of them are, right? But having the goals gives us that target. It's that North Star that we can use to see the bigger picture and put any of those challenges or setbacks, or even any accomplishments, into a greater context. And it will help us to make more informed decisions along the way. You become in much greater control of your career and your future, which ultimately can make you much happier along the way. And when you have any setbacks, you know exactly where you are at and you can get more easily back on the path to it. I saw somewhere about envisioning your career as a hill and your goal is at the top. So it's kind of like the ladder, I guess, really. But you're at the bottom of the hill and it looks so high, right? But every step you make forward, you're closer to the top. And if you look down, you can always see how far you've come. And if you hit setbacks along the way, you're still closer to the top than you were when you started. You just need to keep going. So today, you need to start by defining success. What is a successful career in your eyes? What's your definition? What would you need to consider to make yourself a success? Then shape your goals long-term, shape your goals around that definition. Break that down into more manageable steps. And then, what's an action item that you can do this week or this month to take that first step? Thank you so much for listening. I hope you're finding this helpful. If you are, please share it with others who might also enjoy this journey. Reach out to me, share your thoughts and your journeys. I'd love to hear what goals you're setting for yourself. Email me. It's jen@reframing-me.com. Reach out to me on socials, on TikTok and Instagram. It's Reframing Me. And on Facebook, it's Reframing Me, and join the Facebook group, Reframing Me, the podcast community. Remember, every day is a fresh opportunity to create the life we love.